This is Fox 5 Local News at 5.
This is such a great story. A story about a sister's love and the chance to save her brother's life as a living organ donor.
Fox 5 Sheri Lee's brother was in desperate need of a kidney transplant. She was a match. Photojournalist Lance Ng captured her family's emotional journey from beginning to end. Here's their story.
All right, so you're good with the clothes?
Yeah.
We've got Alicia's stuff here.
And we're embarking on giving a great gift.
So I've been an organ donor for 20 years. I never ever thought that it would come down to where I would be a living donor.
In November, I had a lot of cramps going on through my body. I asked my wife to make an appointment to the doctors. He initially called me and said he had to speak with me in person. I knew it was devastating news. I would say for 2 months at least, I was in a real dark place. I was mad at the world and really thought it was the end of the world when in all reality there's treatments for kidney disease.
I never thought twice about doing it either when we found out that my brother had kidney failure and that he would definitely need a transplant. My first thought was, okay, so when do we all get tested?
Do you know why I have to give a kidney to Uncle Coung?
Because his kidneys were failing.
They are. And what would happen if they failed?
He might die.
My worst fear is that for some reason the transplant won't take. I'm not worried about myself. If I could save my brother's life, I mean, what more could you ask for? He'd do the same thing for me. He would.
You're done.
And we are on our way, headed to Birmingham, Alabama.
Guys, are you being nice to each other? 9 hours into the car ride, are we getting a little bit car crazy?
In 1/4 of a mile, at exit 2, Birmingham.
Hold your breath and breathe.
Sheri strikes me as someone who is incredibly motivated, incredibly committed to this.
Nope, no backing out now. This is it.
And there's no doubt that living donors are some of the most special people that we encounter in transplant. I think it's important to remember, and something that we really emphasize, is that these are people who are taking on a risk with no direct medical benefit for themselves.
It hasn't bothered me much, and now it's like I can feel the butterflies in my stomach as we get ready to go.
It's like she's having a Zen moment. She's having some REM. Yeah, definitely having some REM.
There are about 100,000 people in the United States waiting for kidney transplants right now, and we're only able to do about 17,000 kidney transplants a year, and we're limited by the donor supply. Families can be brought together, even strangers can be brought together through this, and there's a lifelong bond that's formed when someone donates a kidney.
When I first called my mom and told her that I was a match, she was happy, but then all of a sudden she got worried. You know, okay, now I have 2 kids who are gonna have surgery and 2 kids who are only gonna have 1 kidney, you know, and so she's worried for us both.
Be a mother, I could not sleep because now I know 2 kids. If 1 kid try to help other, and if it don't work out, what happened? I lose 2 kids in one time.
The hardest part is sitting in that waiting room, watching the clock and wondering what's going on. We have Sheri's donor surgery, and then we have her brother's transplant. Sheri's surgery will start first in the morning, where we disconnect her kidney from its circulation and from the bladder. At the same time, the transplant recipient operation is starting in an adjacent room. We time the surgeries so that when the kidney is ready to be removed from Sheri, it's immediately then ready to be implanted into her brother. Sheri's brother surgeon will prepare that for transplant, and then over the next 45 minutes to an hour, recreate those connections of the circulation of the bladder. And in the majority of cases, we would expect to see that kidney starting to work before the transplant operation is finished.
Remember the Heller family, please? Remember the Heller family?
She's in recovery and everything's fine. One is planned. Yeah. The doctor said she was perfect. Did a little dance and everything.
And I crying, I just crying because I worry until yesterday. I see her come out, she talk. Then I know, okay, 1 kid already, 1 kid, okay. So when I come over here, I see Coung, then I feel so much better, so much better.
My dad came and we chatted for a while.
The ab muscle stuff didn't hurt hardly much at all. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So feeling pretty strong.
Well, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Nurses, I keep bugging them and bugging them and bugging them and asking, has my brother had a surgery? Is my brother had a surgery? So they said he was coming down the hallway, and the nurse opened up the door, and my brother came by on a stretcher, and they stopped and asked him how he's doing, and he said he's doing okay, and said how he's feeling. He said he's in a lot of pain, but you know, that's to be expected. And I just told him I love you and I'll see you soon.
My kid, I think they are really good kids. I told my kid, if I die now, I'm happy because I know they take care of each other. So I'm very happy.
I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. I want to be normal again. I want to feel normal.
I hope tomorrow he will start his life anew and feel 100 times better.
What if I want to give you a hug? Don't stress yourself.
Oh, my sister. Oh.
Love you.
Oh, I love you more.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, so much.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And we were just saying, Sheri, that aired last night for the first time at 10. Sheri hadn't seen it before she was on the set watching. I would be a mess.
Yeah,
and her mom is amazing too, to be so strong.
All of them are, to go through this together. Sheri does say that her brother is doing well. He's slowly getting back to work, but it has not been easy, as you know. She says he's had some difficulties with possible rejection issues, but she recently spoke to him and says the doctors now tell him the kidney is working well, and at this point, everything is fine.
And obviously Sheri's back at work, and she's doing well too. So happy.